Hello and welcome to THV 11 News at 10. I'm Faith Woodard.
And I'm Craig O'Neill, and tonight it was all about the State of the Union address with President Biden. But it was an Arkansan who got the last word, more specifically an Arkansas governor. Watching it all in the THV 11 newsroom, we had Roly Hoyt. Roly joining us now. And Roly, it had all the earmarks of a traditional State of the Union address. Your thoughts?
Well, the State of the Union is a speech that's been around for more than a century. The opposition party response about half of that time. So this stuck close to tradition, but we're going to focus tonight on the historic nature of this pairing because it involves our brand new governor, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. But we can't lose sight of the main event as President Biden tries to push ahead with Congress now divided. Some vital stats. The president spoke for 72 minutes, receiving 85 standing ovations, with 25 of them bringing Republicans to their feet. We knew he would highlight the major legislative accomplishments of the last Congress, especially the huge infrastructure law. But the looming fight over the debt ceiling produced the most contentious moments of the night.
I'm not saying it's a majority of you. I don't even think it's even a significant, but it's being proposed by individuals. I'm not politely not naming them, but it's being proposed by some of you. Look, folks, the idea is that we're not going to be moved into being threatened to default on the debt if we don't respond.
That heckling sort of set the tone as our governor, just a month removed from making an inauguration speech, focused her time tonight on the spotlight, looking to work together in the future and more on where Democratic policies have led so far and how she believes it has left voters fed up. Her spokespeople told us that she wrote this speech herself with input from her staff. For a person known to most Americans from that time there that you see as former President Trump's press secretary, in using his words, this was a chance to present what she says are her own ideas. And she pointedly contrasted her age and the current president's and said his agenda has been hijacked by the far left.
The dividing line in America is no longer between right or left. The choice is between normal or crazy.
Oh, Roly, this was an interesting night. Fascinating. And I watched you watch them, and you were fascinated. You were caught up in it. And oftentimes, when there is a response like this from Sarah Huckabee Sanders, it's someone with presidential aspirations. You were watching it so intently. Did you pick up that vibe?
Well, people characterized whether President Biden's speech was the kickoff to his reelection campaign. Not 100% sure whether that's the case, but we know that the last Arkansan to deliver this kind of response managed to pull the trick off, and Bill Clinton going to the presidency a couple of years later. We know that her father wanted to be president. We also know her former boss is already running. So a lot of mixed signals and hard to tell how much jockeying she would have been able to accomplish tonight, but she certainly laid down some markers and stated clearly where she thinks most of the Republican Party stands right now.
How quickly she has gone from the governorship to a national figure in Republican politics. Amazing. And tomorrow, Governor Sanders will unveil her Learn plan that's on her agenda on education, something she has described as one of her top priorities. THV 11 will have full coverage of that. Thank you, Roly.